An investigation you will only see on 11 News. A small town fire chief is now being looked into by the state's Medicaid fraud unit. This comes after Colorado officials say Chief Stephen Bennett of the Rye Fire Protection District responded to medical calls with an expired paramedic certification. Our Melissa Henry explains that's just the beginning of concerns raised surrounding the agency.
About 200 people call the town of Rye home, but the Rye Fire Protection District serves much more than this little town. Their service area stretches about 240 square miles in southwestern Pueblo County, where Stephen Bennett is the fire chief.
Continue to satisfy multiple FORA requests that are coming in with the assistance of legal.
At Monday night's Fire District Board meeting, the chief mentioned CORA, or Colorado Open Records requests he's received. I started asking for documents more than 2 months ago after learning Chief Bennett's paramedic license has been expired more than 5 years, since late 2019, according to state records. After weeks of pushing, I obtained hundreds of the agency's shift logs going back to April 2022. Since then, my research found Chief Bennett has responded to at least 294 medical calls with his state paramedic license expired. The State Department of Public Health and Environment tells me if a paramedic certification has expired, they have no authority to provide medical care and could potentially face assault charges based on their actions. Further, if an EMS agency bills Medicaid and Medicare for services provided by an unlicensed paramedic, the agency could be required to return any payments received. Both Chief Bennett and his attorney did not respond to my multiple requests for an interview, so we drove down here to Rye to ask the chief questions in person. Chief Bennett, Melissa Henry with KKTV 11 News. Would you be interested in speaking with me about why you didn't respond to our emails or phone calls?
Not right now.
Okay.
No comments on anything right
Is there
now.
anything? Our research found that your paramedic's license has been expired since November of 2019, but yet you've responded to hundreds of medical calls from what we could find from the records you sent us. Do you have any response to that?
Nope, no comment.
Okay.
So.
Anything else that you would like us to know?
Nope. No, thank you. Not at this time.
Okay. Do you have a response to the overtime allegations that you haven't been paying your employees overtime?
We're working on that, and that's with legal right now, so we're working on that. So no other comment than that.
Monday, Rye FD employees filed a lawsuit against Rye Fire Protection District in federal court over allegations of years of unpaid overtime and retaliation for speaking up. I sat down with the attorney representing those firefighters.
It takes a lawsuit to get them to pay attention because since August, my clients have been banging a drum about these problems and nothing has been done.
And there's more. The chief's son, Reese Bennett, is a lieutenant with the department. His state EMT license was expired for almost 2 years, from February 2023 through last October, which I confirmed with the state. My hours-long research found Reese Bennett responded to at least 184 medical calls while his license was expired. While the federal lawsuit against the agency is about overtime and retaliation allegations for now, attorney Ian Kalmanowitz says additional allegations related to the Bennett's lack of licensure could be added to the lawsuit.
Here, paramedics administer drugs. They place IVs, they intubate patients, they do medical work, but they do it on the side of a highway in a snowstorm, or they do it next to a burning building. And it is critical that these individuals maintain their licensure.
I spoke with Reese Bennett briefly on the phone, but he declined my request to use our conversation here on air. While the public records I used for this report show the Bennetts responded to hundreds of medical calls without active state licenses, the documents do not detail whether or not the Bennetts provided patient care on those calls. For 11 News Investigates, I'm Melissa Henry.